In the small town of opportunity, where dreams whispered in the wind and mediocrity seemed to reign supreme, a remarkable journey of self-discovery unfolded. It is a story penned by the brilliant mind of Napoleon Hill, an acclaimed author whose words have inspired millions across the globe. Join us as we delve into the captivating and transformational tale of Outwitting the Devil, a journey from darkness to triumph, an extraordinary account of one person's relentless pursuit of purpose, an encounter with the devil himself, and the triumph that ignited a global awakening. Prepare to be enthralled as we follow Hill's protagonist through the depths of darkness, into the light of self-discovery, and witness the power of outwitting the very forces that seek to hold us back. This is an unforgettable journey that challenges beliefs, ignites passions, and inspires us all to embrace our true potential. Ready to embark on a transformative journey? Subscribe now to stay updated and join the community of inspired individuals embracing their true potential. Chapter 1: The Depths of Darkness. John's life in the small town of opportunity felt like an endless stream of repetitive days. He woke up each morning with a sense of dissatisfaction, as if something crucial was missing from his existence. Despite having a stable job and a comfortable life, he couldn't shake off the feeling that there had to be more to life than this. As the sun began to set on another unremarkable day, John found himself sitting alone in his small, dimly lit apartment. The weight of his unfulfilled dreams hung heavy on his shoulders, and he yearned for a glimmer of inspiration to guide him towards a purposeful life. His mind wandered through the narrow streets of opportunity, a town where dreams seemed to fade away like whispers in the wind. Everywhere he looked, people appeared content with their ordinary lives, settling for the mundane routines that offered a false sense of security. John questioned the validity of his own choices. He had followed the traditional path, going to school, securing a steady job, and building a comfortable life. Yet, deep within, he knew that he was capable of so much more. His dreams of making a difference, of living a life that mattered, seemed buried beneath the weight of conformity. Unable to shake off his restlessness, John decided to visit his grandfather's old house, hoping that the familiar surroundings might offer some solace or inspiration. The house stood as a symbol of nostalgia, memories of a time when dreams still danced in the air, waiting to be pursued. As he stepped into the house, a flood of emotions washed over him. Each creaking floorboard whispered stories of the past, and the scent of old books and forgotten dreams lingered in the air. John made his way up to the attic, a space filled with the remnants of his grandfather's life. Boxes upon boxes were stacked haphazardly, containing forgotten treasures and mementos of a bygone era. John felt an irresistible pull towards the far corner of the attic, where a dusty bookshelf stood, displaying the accumulated wisdom and tales of generations past. His eyes scanned the titles, drawn to a book that seemed out of place among the classics and worn-out novels. Its faded cover bore the words, "Outwitting the Devil," in bold, weathered letters. John reached out, hesitating for a moment before his hand closed around the spine. The book felt heavy, as if it carried a hidden weight of secrets and revelations. Intrigued by its mysterious allure, John blew away the layers of dust and settled into an old armchair by the attic window. As he opened the book, a gust of wind swept through the room, as if the universe itself was whispering, "This is where your journey begins." Little did John know that his encounter with Outwitting the Devil would set him on a path of self-discovery, challenging his beliefs and pushing him to face the depths of his own darkness. The words within those pages would ignite a spark within him, a glimmer of hope that would lead him to question his existence and seek a life of purpose beyond the suffocating grip of monotony. With a mix of excitement and trepidation, John immersed himself in the pages of the book, ready to unravel the secrets that lay hidden within. Chapter 2: The Encounter. As John delved deeper into the pages of Outwitting the Devil, he found himself captivated by the extraordinary encounter between Napoleon Hill and the devil himself. Hill's words resonated with him, igniting a fire within his soul, as he realized that his discontentment and longing for something more were not unique to him alone. Hill revealed the devil's insidious tactics, explaining how the devil preys upon human fears and insecurities to keep them trapped in a life of mediocrity. The devil, as described by Hill, thrived on the negative emotions of fear, doubt, and self-sabotage, using them as powerful weapons to control and manipulate individuals. With each turn of the page, John felt a mixture of awe and trepidation. The book exposed the true nature of the devil, painting a vivid picture of a cunning adversary who whispered in people's ears, convincing them to settle for less than they were capable of. John couldn't help but recognize the parallels between the devil's influence and his own struggles. The book recounted how Hill, through a series of deep introspection and self-discipline, managed to outwit the devil and free himself from the clutches of fear. Hill's journey inspired John, who saw glimpses of his own potential mirrored in the pages before him. John's mind raced with questions. Was he too under the influence of the devil's manipulation? Had fear and self-doubt prevented him from reaching his true potential? The realization struck him with a mix of excitement and unease. If he wanted to break free from the chains that held him back, he needed to confront his fears head-on. Emboldened by Hill's courage and determination, John resolved to embark on his own journey of self-discovery. He knew that to outwit the devil, he needed to gain a deep understanding of himself and the fears that plagued his existence. Chapter 2 marked a turning point in John's life. The encounter with Outwitting the Devil was more than a mere reading experience, it was an awakening, a call to action. He closed the book, feeling a renewed sense of purpose and determination coursing through his veins. From that moment forward, John was determined to face his fears, challenge the devil's influence, and forge his own path towards a life of fulfillment. He knew it wouldn't be easy. The devil's temptations lurked around every corner, ready to ensnare him and lead him astray. But armed with the knowledge and inspiration he had gained, John set forth on a journey that would test his resilience, strength, and unwavering belief in his ability to outwit the devil. Little did he know that this encounter would transform not only his own life, but also the lives of those around him. With his heart aflame and his mind focused, John took his first step into the unknown, ready to challenge the devil and carve out a future that would defy the chains of mediocrity. The encounter with Outwitting the Devil had awakened something powerful within him, a realization that he held the key to his own destiny and the capacity to outwit any obstacle that stood in his way. Chapter 3: The Dance with Fear. As John embarked on his journey to outwit the devil, he realized that conquering his fears would be a crucial step towards his transformation. Fear had held him captive for far too long, stifling his ambitions and preventing him from pursuing his true passions. With newfound determination, John decided to confront his fears head-on, stepping out of his comfort zone and embracing the unknown. He understood that growth could only occur when he faced the very things that frightened him the most. The first fear he tackled was the fear of failure. For years, John had been plagued by thoughts of inadequacy and the worry that he would never measure up to his own expectations or those of others. But he recognized that failure was not an end, but a stepping stone towards success. He began by setting small goals and pushing himself to take risks. Each time he stumbled or faced setbacks, he reminded himself that failure was not a reflection of his worth. Instead, he saw it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine his approach. With each small victory, his fear of failure diminished, replaced by a resilient mindset that embraced the inherent lessons in every setback. Another fear that loomed large in John's life was the fear of rejection. He had always sought validation from others, fearing that if he expressed his true self, he would be met with judgment and disdain. This fear had stifled his creativity and held him back from pursuing his passions wholeheartedly. To overcome this fear, John consciously put himself in situations where he would face potential rejection. He joined local clubs and organizations, engaged in community events, and shared his ideas and creativity with others. Some responses were positive, while others were not. But through this process, John discovered that the opinions of others did not define his worth. He learned to trust his own voice and value his own ideas, regardless of external validation. One of the most significant fears John faced was the fear of stepping outside his comfort zone. He had grown accustomed to the safety and familiarity of his routines, but he knew that true growth lay beyond those boundaries. So, he began to embrace discomfort and seek out new experiences. He took up hobbies that challenged him, enrolled in courses that expanded his knowledge, and sought out opportunities for personal and professional growth. Each time he stepped into the unknown, he discovered newfound strengths and capabilities within himself. The more he embraced discomfort, the more he realized that growth and fulfillment lay just beyond the edges of his comfort zone. The dance with fear was not an easy one for John. There were moments when doubt crept in, and the devil's whispers threatened to pull him back into the familiar grasp of fear. But he refused to succumb. He reminded himself of the power he held within, the power to outwit the devil and embrace a life free from the shackles of fear. With every fear he confronted, John grew stronger and more resilient. He realized that fear was not an enemy to be defeated, but a companion to be understood and overcome. It no longer dictated his actions, but served as a reminder of the growth that awaited him on the other side. As John continued his dance with fear, he inspired others around him to confront their own fears. His courage became infectious, and the people of opportunity began to question their own limitations. The town started to buzz with a newfound sense of possibility and determination. Chapter 3 marked a significant milestone in John's journey. He had faced his fears and discovered that the devil's grip could be loosened by the power of courage and self-belief. With each fear conquered, he moved one step closer to unlocking his true potential and outwitting the devil once and for all. Chapter 4 The Battle of Habits. Having confronted his fears, John realized that the next crucial step in his journey to outwit the devil was to examine and transform his habits. He understood that his daily routines and patterns of behavior had a profound impact on his overall well-being and success. Reflecting on his current habits, John recognized that some were detrimental to his growth and happiness. He had developed a habit of procrastination, often putting off important tasks and allowing distractions to derail his progress. This habit had prevented him from fully realizing his potential and achieving his goals. To combat this, John committed to cultivating discipline and self-control. He recognized the importance of setting clear goals and creating a plan of action. He started by breaking down larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps, making it easier to tackle them without feeling overwhelmed. To resist the allure of distractions, John implemented strategies to increase his focus and productivity. He minimized his exposure to time-wasting activities, such as mindless scrolling through social media or watching excessive amounts of television. Instead, he dedicated specific blocks of time to his work and pursued activities that aligned with his goals and passions. Another habit that John sought to transform was his negative self-talk. He realized that his internal dialogue often reinforced limiting beliefs and held him back from reaching his full potential. To break free from this destructive pattern, he consciously practiced positive affirmations and challenged negative thoughts with more empowering ones. Gradually, he shifted his mindset from one of self-doubt to one of self-belief. John also understood the importance of physical and mental well-being in his journey of self-development. He recognized that habits related to his health and self-care were crucial for his overall happiness and success. He committed to regular exercise, nourishing his body with nutritious foods, and prioritizing rest and relaxation. As John battled against his old habits, he faced numerous challenges along the way. The devil's whispers of complacency and temptation sought to lure him back into familiar patterns. But John remained steadfast in his commitment to change. He recognized that breaking free from negative habits required patience, perseverance, and a deep understanding of his own triggers and vulnerabilities. To reinforce his new habits, John sought support from like-minded individuals. He surrounded himself with people who shared his aspirations and values, creating a support system that encouraged his growth and held him accountable. Their encouragement and guidance provided him with the strength to overcome moments of weakness and stay on track. Over time, John began to witness the transformative power of his new habits. He experienced a surge in productivity, a greater sense of purpose, and an overall improvement in his well-being. The battle of habits had not been easy, but the rewards were worth the effort. As he continued to outwit the devil through the cultivation of positive habits, John realized that he was taking control of his own destiny. No longer held captive by old routines, he was paving the way for a future filled with success, fulfillment, and happiness. Chapter 4 marked a significant milestone in John's journey. By transforming his habits, he had gained mastery over his daily life and empowered himself to create the future he desired. The battle was not yet won, but John had laid a solid foundation for continued growth and self-improvement. With each positive habit he cultivated, he moved closer to achieving his true potential and ultimately outwitting the devil's grasp. Chapter 5 The Temptation. As John continued on his path of self-development, he encountered a formidable adversary, the devil's temptations. Aware of John's progress and determination, the devil sought to test his resolve and draw him back into the realm of mediocrity. The devil's temptations took various forms, designed to exploit John's vulnerabilities and shake his newfound confidence. One of the most significant challenges John faced was the temptation to revert to his old habits. The familiarity of his former routine called out to him, enticing him with the illusion of comfort and ease. The devil whispered in his ear, planting seeds of doubt and urging him to abandon his journey of self-discovery. There were days when John felt overwhelmed by the weight of his goals and the effort required to sustain his new habits. Doubt crept in, making him question whether he was truly capable of achieving the life he envisioned. The devil capitalized on these moments of weakness, magnifying his fears and offering a seductive escape from the discomfort of growth. The devil also tempted John with distractions and shortcuts. He dangled opportunities that promised instant gratification and immediate success. These temptations aimed to divert John's focus from his true purpose, tempting him to chase temporary pleasures rather than enduring fulfillment. In these moments of temptation, John had to draw upon his newfound resilience and the lessons he had learned from outwitting the devil. He reminded himself of the destructive patterns he had left behind, and the consequences of succumbing to the devil's seductive allure. To combat the temptations, John employed several strategies. He developed a strong sense of self-awareness, recognizing the triggers that might lead him astray. He practiced mindfulness, staying present in the moment and consciously choosing actions that aligned with his long-term vision. John also relied on his support system. He reached out to his mentors, friends, and loved ones, seeking their guidance and encouragement during times of doubt. Their unwavering belief in him served as a shield against the devil's temptations, reminding him of his true potential and reinforcing his commitment to his path. Through each trial, John discovered that resistance to the devil's temptations strengthened his character and resolve. He realized that the true fulfillment he sought would not be found in succumbing to instant gratification or taking shortcuts. It lay in the consistent pursuit of his goals, embracing the challenges along the way, and staying true to his values. As John overcame the temptations, he inspired those around him. His unwavering dedication to his path served as a beacon of hope for others who had also fallen prey to the devil's temptations. He became a living testament to the transformative power of resilience and the ability to rise above adversity. Chapter 5 marked a pivotal moment in John's journey. By successfully navigating the temptations laid before him, he reaffirmed his commitment to outwit the devil and solidified his path towards a life of purpose and fulfillment. With each temptation resisted, John grew stronger, more determined, and closer to realizing his true potential. Chapter 6 The Awakening. As John persisted in his journey of self-development, a profound awakening began to take hold within him. The seeds he had planted, confronting his fears, transforming his habits, and resisting the devil's temptations, began to bear fruit. The transformation within him was palpable, and others took notice. The people of opportunity observed John's unwavering determination, the flicker of passion in his eyes, and the aura of self-belief that surrounded him. They witnessed his growth and the positive impact it had on his life. Slowly but surely, they started to question their own circumstances, realizing that they too had the power to break free from the chains of mediocrity. Emboldened by his own awakening, John became a catalyst for change in the town. He shared his experiences and insights, encouraging others to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. His words resonated with the townspeople, igniting a spark within them that had long been dormant. People who had once accepted the status quo now found the courage to challenge it. They questioned their fears, reevaluated their habits, and resisted the temptations that held them back. Inspired by John's example, they began to carve out their own paths towards a life of purpose and fulfillment. The awakening was not limited to personal development alone. It extended to the town as a whole. Opportunity underwent a remarkable transformation, as individuals who had once felt resigned to their circumstances now found the courage to pursue their dreams and make positive contributions to the community. New businesses emerged, fueled by the entrepreneurial spirit that had been awakened within the townspeople. Artistic endeavors flourished, as the once muted talents of painters, musicians, and writers were brought to the forefront. The streets of opportunity buzzed with renewed energy and enthusiasm. John's impact extended beyond the boundaries of the town. His story began to spread, inspiring people far and wide. Through speaking engagements and workshops, he shared his journey and the principles he had gleaned from outwitting the devil. His message resonated with individuals seeking to break free from the limitations imposed upon them by fear and complacency. John's awakening served as a reminder to others that they too held the power to change their lives. He exemplified the transformative power of self-belief, resilience, and the unwavering pursuit of personal growth. Through his actions, he demonstrated that it was never too late to awaken the dormant potential within and create a life that truly mattered. Chapter 6 marked a turning point not only in John's life, but also in the collective consciousness of opportunity. The town had become a hub of inspiration, where individuals supported and uplifted one another in their quest for self-actualization. John's awakening had sparked a ripple effect that touched the lives of many, forever altering the trajectory of opportunity and its inhabitants. As John reflected on the profound changes that had taken place, he knew that his journey was far from over. The devil's presence still loomed, waiting for an opportunity to strike. But armed with his newfound awakening and the support of his community, John felt an unwavering confidence that he could face any challenge that came his way. He was determined to continue outwitting the devil, creating a legacy that would endure long after his own journey reached its conclusion. Chapter 7: The Triumph. The time for the ultimate showdown had arrived. John, armed with the knowledge and wisdom he had acquired on his journey, stood face to face with the devil himself. The air crackled with tension as the two adversaries locked eyes, each aware of the magnitude of this moment. The devil, sensing John's newfound strength and determination, attempted to dissuade him. He unleashed a barrage of doubts, fears, and illusions designed to weaken John's resolve. But John stood firm, anchored by his unwavering belief in his ability to outwit the devil. With steely determination, John dismantled the devil's manipulations, exposing them for what they truly were: empty promises that led only to stagnation and regret. He laid bare the destructive power of fear and the illusions of comfort that the devil used to ensnare unsuspecting souls. As the battle raged on, John drew upon the lessons he had learned throughout his journey. He called upon his courage, discipline, and self-belief to counter the devil's every move. No longer swayed by the devil's attempts to seduce him back into a life of mediocrity, John remained resolute in his pursuit of a purposeful existence. With each passing moment, the devil's influence waned. His grip on John and the town of opportunity loosened, as the power of collective awakening grew stronger. The triumph of John's unwavering spirit and the support of his community served as a beacon of hope, dispelling the darkness that had once shrouded their lives. In a final act of defiance, John delivered the crushing blow that outwitted the devil once and for all. He exposed the devil's tactics, revealing the futility of succumbing to fear and the limitless potential that lay in embracing one's true self. The devil, stripped of his power, retreated into the shadows, defeated by the strength of human resilience and the indomitable spirit of opportunity. The triumph resonated far beyond the boundaries of the town. The tale of John's victory spread like wildfire, inspiring countless individuals around the world to question their own limiting beliefs and confront the devil within them. The legacy of John's triumph would endure for generations, a testament to the power of human will and the ability to rise above adversity. As the dust settled, a profound sense of peace and liberation settled over opportunity. The town had been transformed, not only physically but also spiritually. The people had found the courage to live authentically, pursuing their passions and embracing their true potential. John, now a revered figure in the town, stood humbled by the impact of his journey. He realized that his triumph over the devil was not merely a personal victory but a collective one. The triumph of one became the triumph of many, as the people of opportunity rose above their own limitations and stepped into a brighter future. Chapter 7 marked the pinnacle of John's self-development story. The triumph over the devil represented the culmination of his unwavering pursuit of personal growth, resilience, and the audacity to believe in something greater. As the town celebrated its newfound freedom, John knew that his journey would continue, as he sought to inspire others and share the lessons he had learned on his path of triumph. The legacy of John's triumph would endure as a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity, outwit the devil's grasp, and create a life filled with purpose, fulfillment, and limitless potential. Chapter 8: A Life Transformed. In the aftermath of John's triumphant victory over the devil, opportunity experienced a profound transformation. The town, once plagued by complacency and mediocrity, became a vibrant hub of inspiration and growth. The collective awakening that had begun with John's journey had now spread to every corner of the community. People who had once resigned themselves to unfulfilling lives now embraced their passions and pursued their dreams with unwavering determination. Entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators emerged, infusing the town with a renewed sense of creativity and possibility. Opportunity became a beacon for those seeking to break free from the chains of fear and live a life of purpose. John, humbled by the impact of his journey, dedicated himself to guiding others on their own paths of self-discovery. He became a mentor, offering support, wisdom, and encouragement to those who sought his guidance. His story and the lessons he had learned were shared far and wide, inspiring individuals from all walks of life to confront their fears and embrace their true potential. The legacy of John's transformation extended beyond the boundaries of opportunity. His journey and the principles he had gleaned from outwitting the devil resonated with people worldwide. His book, once buried in the attic, became a bestseller, serving as a guiding light for those seeking personal growth and empowerment. John traveled to different cities, sharing his story on stages and in workshops. His authenticity and passion touched the hearts of audiences, inspiring them to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. He became a symbol of hope, reminding people that they held the power to break free from the chains of conformity and live a life aligned with their true purpose. Through his work, John connected with a global community of like-minded individuals who had also confronted the devil and triumphed over their own fears. They shared their stories, exchanged knowledge, and supported one another on their journeys of personal growth. Together, they formed a powerful network dedicated to creating positive change in the world. As the years passed, John's impact continued to ripple outward. His teachings became a cornerstone of self-development, inspiring future generations to embrace their authenticity and outwit the limitations that society and their own minds imposed upon them. In his personal life, John experienced a profound sense of fulfillment and joy. He built deep and meaningful relationships, fostering connections with individuals who shared his values and aspirations. He found love not only with a partner who understood and supported his journey but also within himself, as he embraced his true essence. Through his transformation, John learned that the journey of self-development was not linear. It was a continuous process of growth, reflection, and adaptation. He understood that challenges would arise, and the devil's whispers might attempt to sway him off course. But armed with the wisdom gained from his triumph, he knew he had the resilience and inner strength to overcome any obstacle. Chapter 8 marked the culmination of John's self-development story. He had not only transformed his own life but also had become a catalyst for change in the lives of others. His journey served as a testament to the indomitable human spirit, the power of self-belief, and the capacity for personal growth and transformation. As the curtain closed on this chapter of John's life, he felt a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the challenges he had faced, the lessons he had learned, and the opportunity to inspire and empower others. His story would forever be etched in the annals of opportunity, a testament to the triumph of the human spirit and the boundless possibilities that lie within each and every one of us. Epilogue: The Legacy. Years passed, and the impact of John's journey continued to reverberate throughout opportunity and beyond. The town, once known for its complacency, had become a thriving center of innovation and personal growth. It had transformed into a place where dreams were pursued, limits were shattered, and individuals lived with purpose. John's legacy lived on, not only through the transformed lives of the townspeople but also in the hearts and minds of those he had touched. His book, Outwitting the Devil, remained a timeless guide for those seeking to break free from the clutches of fear and mediocrity. Its pages held the keys to unlocking the potential within, inspiring countless individuals around the world to embark on their own journeys of self-discovery. The principles John had shared continued to shape lives, guiding people toward their true passions, instilling a sense of self-belief, and empowering them to outwit their own personal demons. His message transcended borders and cultures, bridging gaps and fostering a global community united by a shared vision of personal growth and fulfillment. The impact of John's legacy extended far beyond the realm of personal development. The town of opportunity, once overshadowed by apathy, had become a model for communities around the world. Inspired by John's triumph, other towns and cities implemented their own initiatives to foster a culture of growth, creativity, and purpose. The ripple effect of John's journey touched the lives of countless individuals who, in turn, ignited change in their own communities. As his teachings spread, a wave of transformation swept across the world, slowly but surely eroding the barriers of fear and complacency that had held humanity back for so long. Generations to come would be inspired by the story of John and the transformation of opportunity. His legacy served as a reminder that each individual possessed the power to shape their own destiny, to overcome adversity, and to create a life of purpose and significance. In the quiet corners of opportunity, a statue of John stood as a testament to his enduring impact. People would gather around it, sharing stories of their own journeys and finding solace in the reminder that they were not alone. John's spirit seemed to linger in the air, whispering words of encouragement and reminding them to never settle for less than they were capable of. And so, the story of John, the triumph over the devil, and the transformation of opportunity lived on, inspiring generation after generation to embrace their true potential and create a world where fear had no power, and mediocrity was left behind. The legacy of John's journey of self-development would forever be etched in the collective consciousness of humanity, reminding us all that within each of us lies the power to outwit the devil, embrace our authenticity, and shape a life that reflects our deepest passions and desires. And so, the story continues, as individuals around the world embark on their own journeys, inspired by the legacy of John, the triumph of the human spirit, and the limitless possibilities that lie within each and every one of us.